What's up, everybody? Doing a little review of Batman versus Superman. And I guess I don't really do movie reviews, but since I do reaction videos, and this is kind of like a big movie so far of the year, and I kind of just started doing reaction videos, so I wanted to do a little review of Batman versus Superman. And for the most part, I liked the movie. I didn't love it. Like I'm going to go see it at least one more time. I've seen it once, so I'm gonna see it like at least twice. And it was a few things I liked about the movie. I feel as though like if it went in a different direction, it probably would have been a lot better. One of my main gripes with the movie, it's not even a bad thing. It's just for me, if you took out Batman and Superman, you kind of made it like a horror flick almost in some cases. In some cases, you can kind of say it was a horror movie. And in some cases, that's why I was like, yo, this feels like a horror movie. But it wasn't bad, though. It's just, see, the dark tone for these movies are starting to get to the point where it's hard to differentiate them from one another. Because if you look at Man of Steel, it was similar dark tone, little light tone. But this one has that dark tone with Batman. You know, he's the Dark Knight. And Batman's kind of like the lighter side of the whole thing, but it's just this tone that just makes the whole thing downward. It's no fun to the movie, in my opinion. Like, you know, I hate to put this in there, but some Marvel movies, they have that fun factor where you got the action scene, a little comedy here, a little good line here, and then you got another action scene. But see, here it's just dead serious all the time, and sometimes it's like there's no fun to the film. But as I go into some of these characters, like, I agree with a lot of people. I didn't like Lex Luthor. And I understand that's not Lex Luthor, that's Lex Luthor Jr. And I just wanted the old Lex Luthor that's confident, love the sound of his own voice, sophisticated, super smart. You know what I mean? That's the one I wanted. Who can just come into a room and just steal the attention just because how smart he is and how much suave he has. That's just how he is as a character to me. So I was kind of disappointed. It felt like Jesse Eisenberg was like forming his own Joker in some ways, in my opinion. But he wasn't terrible. It just felt like he had daddy issues in the movie. And okay, it shows a lot during the movie because he mentions it almost every time he talks. He talks about his dad in this movie. And he had daddy issues and all that. But the highlight of the movie, like, this is well known too, that Batman, Ben Affleck, I was suspect about Ben Affleck. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't see that. I don't see how this is going to work. But he did his thing, man. Like, and for the most part, I can't knock it. He did his thing. Like, Ben Affleck is the star of the movie to me. And it feels like a Batman movie where Superman just happened to be there. It wasn't enough equal time for, you know, each character. Now, you had to build the motivation for Batman to go into the Superman fight, whatever. And Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, she was okay. I mean, she wasn't given much to do, in my opinion. Some people I saw said, oh, she was great, she was wonderful. They didn't really ask much of her. I mean, her action scene was hot, but it was just, she didn't have that definitive scene or that moment where you was like, dang, man, she's doing her thing. It was kind of like, oh, she was okay. And for the most part, I was just like, it worked. You know what I mean? I guess because I didn't expect much from her. She's new to this whole thing, this whole superhero genre, and it was like, I didn't have high expectations for her in the first place, so I wasn't too shocked when she didn't have much to do. That's how it was. Henry Cavill with Superman. See, Superman is not really an interesting character. They're trying to give him a bit of a personality because, see, in the comics, he was pretty much the Boy Scout. Did everything right. Didn't really do many things wrong. Always try to be the right guy, be the savior, be a nice guy. See, this one, they kind of have him have that little dilemma where he has to choose between being a savior and just not doing nothing. It was kind of like, okay, I see that, but Henry Cavill, what he was given, he did the best that he could. And I was like, okay, I get that. All right, I'm all for that. The movie is about 2.5 hours. Like, the whole hour leads up to, you know, Batman's motivation. Lex Luthor playing them both, you know what I mean, like a deck of cards. And it leads up to the Batman versus Superman fight. I was a little disappointed in the fight because the way they advertised it in the trailers, you thought it was like at least more than just one fight. It was just one fight scene. And before I knew it, it was over. It was like at least 2 minutes long. The effects and everything was good, but it was just like, you just thought it was going to be more to it. Then right after that, like shortly after that fight, they go into the Doomsday fight. And I hate to say this, but when they first introduced Doomsday, he looks like the troll from the Lord of the Rings. Like, I heard that before, but I was like, nah, I don't see it. But then once you see him when he first come out, it was like, yo, it's the troll from the Lord of the Rings. But, I mean, he eventually gets his spikes. But if you haven't seen the movie, if you did see the movie, you know how he gets it. And it worked. It was from the comics where he learns to adapt things where if he gets hurt one way, he can adapt to it so he won't get hurt that same way again. So that aspect of the character was in there. Now, the whole Justice League part, I thought it was kind of flimsy in some cases, but I guess they only had so much time to do it. Cyborg one, I thought, like I said, I don't know if that was a father box or a mother box or whatever box that was next to him, or a boom tube box. And it gave him his cybernetic form. Okay, that's cool. That kind of happens in the New 52, so alright, I get that. Aquaman, it was interesting because they're down there in the sea and they run into him and he just kind of looks at him with this look and he just kind of attacks him, then takes off, kind of like at super speed. And I was like, okay, Aquaman, I'm cool with that. I mean, they really didn't give you much to go off. Like, and with Flash, I thought Flash was a teenage kid. He looks like a teenager just buying something from the store. Next thing you know, you see him do his thing. I was like, okay. But it is what it is. I believe, see me, it's a good movie, but I don't love it, you know. I like it. I enjoyed it. Certain parts where they saying, like, in some cases, people saying the editing and things like that. In some cases, I was like, how did he just do that? Where did that just happen? Like, sometimes I go into a movie and just look at it for what it is. Some things I might like, some things I won't agree with. Well, that's everybody. That's how we form our own opinions. But at some parts, I was like, okay, I'm cool with this. Then I was like, okay, why did you just do this part? Alright, I get it. But maybe, like I said, maybe the scenes they cut out could explain exactly more of what just happened in that scene. So when this 3 hour or this rated R cut comes out, maybe it'll explain some of the things I was kind of like, okay, alright, now I get it. But I had that a few times watching this movie where I was just sitting there and I was just like, why? How did that just happen? What happened? You just kind of skipped the part. But that happens a lot. But overall, I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I'm going to go see it again probably one more time. You know, I'll probably see it twice. But it doesn't have that fun factor like the Marvel movies do. And I'm not trying to say, like, I like the Marvel movies, but I'm not trying to sit here and say that the movie's not good. It's just that dark tone, it doesn't give it that fun factor. Like, in certain parts, I wasn't like, yo, this is all that. This is all that. I was kind of like, okay, not bad. I like it. It was okay. And then I get to a scene where, like I said, with the build up to the Batman vs Superman fight, it was like, all right, let's see how it goes. The next thing you know, it was over. See, in the trailer, it made it seem like it was at least more than one fight. But it was just one fight in the movie, and I was kind of like a little disappointed. Or if you're going to give me one fight, just give me one big epic fight. And it was like a good fight that lasted, maybe 2 minutes, I think? Maybe less. Yeah, I give it 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, the fight scene. And that, some people might seem like that's a long time, but it's things that go on before that and during the fight that kind of make it take that long. But overall, I enjoyed it. Is it the best movie? No. It's a good movie. Is it like, you know, I don't see myself seeing it more than twice. That's just me. But some people may see it 3 times. Like some movies I have seen 3 times. I saw the first Avengers 3 times, and Captain America: Winter Soldier. I saw that 3 times. And, like, I'm gonna go see this again. And I think after that, I don't think I need to see it again because I just wasn't wild with it the first time. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I definitely recommend go see it. Go see it. I mean, what harm can it do? Either you like it or you're not. Pretty much, right? I'm not going to say don't see it because it's not a good movie. Check it out for yourself. Get your own opinion. If you enjoy it, let me know in the comment section. If you didn't enjoy it, let me know in the comment section. Let me know how you guys judge the movie. Me, this is my first review of a movie, and it was overall it was good. It was cool. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not, like I said, I'm gonna see it again. Like I said, I wouldn't see it more than twice though. But that's just me. Maybe somebody will find it. They want to see it 3 or 4 times. But let me know in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed my little review. If you didn't, let me know. I mean, let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. And stay tuned for more videos of tech, fitness, reactions. And like I said, I'm not a big movie reviewer. But when it comes to a big movie like this, Captain America, Civil War, X-Men, I'm going to do reviews for that and just give you my overall genuine opinion on those. And thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Be safe.